Haru and Yuki, Yuki Haru, Haru and Yuki, Yuki Haru.
The Ox and Rat Podcast, also known as Oars.
What is good, people? Welcome to the second to the last Ox and Rat Podcast, at least for this season. I am joined here with Perry. Perry, you want to say something to the people? Yo. Okay, we on, Perry.
All right.
You couldn't hear me. I already did the intro, but you couldn't hear me.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, man, is that happen?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. I guess you probably did the usual. Well, I'm alright, chilling, relaxing.
Yeah. We only got one more episode, man. One last episode. Man. Fruits Basket is done.
I know, man. End of an era.
It's crazy too because all right, I usually don't do this, but I did some digging into like what some of the content that was skipped. Mainly what I'm talking about is with Katsuya, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad they did not adapt this. I read it and I said, "Oh,
how bad we talking? We talking is bad?"
I will not say what it is, just in case if people want to read it for themselves. But again, I will say I am glad that section of Fruits Basket was not adapted. I mean, they could do something last episode, but I highly doubt it, just from the flow of everything. So I think we seen the last of Katsuya with this episode, but
it was funny too because before we jumped into VC, I was watching the episode and I was thinking like, hey. We never learned what Katsuya's peculiar thing was.
You know, we didn't learn anything about him, really. We didn't even get to see his face, did we? Like, fully?
Nah. That was surprising, too, when you see nothing of the man. He's just a faceless figure.
Yeah, they had him in, like, Wizard Kelly.
Yeah, man. Well, what's Miss Bella from Pop-Up Girls?
Yeah, like those type of characters you never see. So, Darius, if you want to know, I'll tell you through DMs or whatever you want to know. But I'm just not going to outright say it, just for people listening or watching. But all right, let's get into the episode, man. The first thing to cover is the continuation of the Yuki and Machi pairing. All right, we got our Kyo and Toru thing last week, so this time we continue with those two, and things didn't play out how I thought it was going to play out. And the way I even like proposed it last time was it would have not made that much sense, just because we saw like whenever people's curses break, there's a reaction for that person, like especially with Yuki too, because it was noted that the rat is the closest to God, like they're special. So if Yuki didn't have a reaction to his curse breaking, then it would have been weird. But I think the moment was still good. What did you think about it?
I love the moment so much because it goes about kind of like how Fruit Bat's kind of like a snowball effect, where because someone do something nice for you, you do something nice for somebody else, and we kind of get that with kind of the Yuki, Machi, and kind of like Toru thing. So with Toru, she was able to help Yuki, and by Yuki being helped by Toru, he was able to pass what he learned from Toru to help someone else like Machi. And it's funny how like that kind of like helps prepare each other, because it's like each character is propelling the other to help someone else, and it's kind of like the old saying, like, what's that saying where it's like, one good deed a day, just doing one good deed a day could change someone's life.
Yeah, I like the fact that Machi gave Yuki a present, but it was for Toru, and it's kind of like, it's just funny to me because it goes back to Yuki thinking of Toru as a mom. It's kind of like this. It's like, thank you for giving birth to Yuki. Thank you for giving me this blessing. But in a serious way, it's just she's thanking Toru for protecting Yuki, because he's already expressed how without Toru, he doesn't know what place he would have been in, and he, it's kind of like Toru set him up for a moment like this to where he could be cherished and where he could cherish someone like Machi. So, the way that Toru is inserted in that relationship without actively ever talking to Machi, because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think those two ever met.
Nah, I think even in the episode she mentioned that she didn't know Toru very well.
Yeah. So I think the way that they were inserted by being like a friend of a friend and knowing the impact Toru had on Yuki, I thought that was pretty cool. And man, our boy Yuki got game.
Hey man, he said say my name again. I was like, okay, okay.
I was like, okay, Yuki, I see you. He winning his Prince Yuki bag. He did that. I was like, okay, I see you.
Yeah, he said, say my name. There's no one else around you.
Yeah, that was a good moment. So I like those two together. I'm not gonna lie, like I wasn't like a big fan, not of the pairing, but like, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Machi too much, but I think this episode made me warm up to her a lot.
Oh really? I was on a Machi train as soon as it started pulling up, man. I was first one there, man. Tickets in the front seat, man. Ticket in my hand, waiting.
Yeah, like it took me this season to start to warm up to her. It wasn't like this episode made me go like, oh, now I like Machi, but it just made like anytime I see Machi, like I don't like have strong feelings towards her, but like that I'm like, oh, okay, like I kind of like these two together. I like their synergy.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts of the season was just like seeing the pairings interact with each other, like Kyo, Toru, and Yuki and Machi. I feel like those like even if we were Ren and Haru, I feel like those relationships were like my favorite part of the season altogether. Just like your relationships and how they bounce off each other.
Yeah. And Fruits Basket's been knocking it out of the park with the romance, except for one. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna let you know which one they didn't knock it out in the park, but well, where do I want to go next? The next place I want to go is mainly talking about Akito. Okay. And first, let's go to the appearance. Let's go to the look. Did you like the look of Akito, or do you prefer the more masculine Akito?
It was kind of jarring because I expect she was gonna go into like I think that's the same dress they showed in like the end of season 2, right?
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, it was kind of jarring at first because I was expecting Akito to go into like all like razzle dazzle with the kimono and everything, but it looked good on her. I respect it. She already knew how to pick them, man. You know how to pick them. He said my girl gonna be looking nice tonight.
Yeah. I wonder who did like Akito, like the lipstick and everything for Akito. I wonder if she did that herself or she got the maids to do it for her. That'd be interesting. Cause like think about it, she's never really had to do anything like that. So
oh yeah.
And I wonder how like she felt when she actually did it. Like, oh shit, this shit kind of look good. Should have been. It'd be
funny. It'd be a funny moment if Tor was helping her do it. That'd be like a little funny thing.
Yeah. Francesca, shout out to Francesca, said the Katsuya stuff is so divisive in the fandom, but I'm sure you can guess what side I'm on. I'm not gonna lie, it shouldn't be divisive, and I mean it in a way that I feel like everybody should be against it. Like I don't understand how it's even divisive. I don't understand how you pick on one side.
Oh my god, I gotta see this. Dang.
Yeah, man. If you want to, man, I'll tell you about it after. But
okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Francesca also said Machi is amazing. There's so much more content of her in the manga, though. I wish they showed more of her in the anime. Yeah, you could kind of suspect that some content was cut with the student council because they took a back seat, especially in this season. Like with the exception of that one Machi episode this season, they haven't really been included too much here.
Yeah. It's been like sprinkled throughout, but I feel like we haven't got like a real like besides the episode. You're right. Besides the episode we got earlier in the season, I wish we had like more Machi because I just want to see more Machi. Like she's so intriguing to me.
Yeah. Everything animated here said I never mentioned this KOA, but when Yuki and Machi were talking, people were being nosy and staring at them the whole time. Mind your business, people. Yeah, they were looking at it like they were putting on a show. I'm like, yeah, it's PDA, but like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Hey man, we see handsome mother like Yuki around, man. You gotta look up, man. See what he doing, man.
I guess well, they see the supermodels in there and they wanted to see, but like, yo,
they probably biting their handkerchiefs. It should have been me.
wait, in regards to who? To Machi or to Yuki or both?
Well, I think it's mostly girls around, so I think Tamachi.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because they was like, damn, she got him. Damn, what's she doing?
Okay. But yeah, they I don't know. They was about damn near brought to breaking their net looking at them.
Yeah, man.
And everything animated said also hello gentlemen, hello EA.
Hello.
Sedaria said I like new look Akito. Yandere Shiki said I like boy Akito. And then Stony said Akito new look got me drooling emojis.
Hey man, wipe your face, man. It's a podcast.
I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't have a preference towards either of them. Like, I like the new look, but it's not like I like it overwhelmingly over how Akito looked before. I think Akito is fine either way. So
yeah. So for you, it's like a neutral, not better, not worse, just neutral.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I wouldn't pick one over the other. I don't think so. Light Ruler said, "Hola, Satsuki and Perry. Hello, Light."
Hola, ¿cómo te llamo? Me llamo Perry.
Okay, you got that. How did you feel about how Akito approached the whole situation with the Zodiacs?
Oh, before that, man, I just gotta say one thing, man. People always say lightning don't strike twice.
Oh my god, I already know you for the fuck you going.
Ritsu has come back to back, man, like Jordan. How can we deny his greatness? And you see how you check Akito? He was like, "You still in my whole fucking flow."
You are trash, man. You are fucking trash.
I'm not trash, man. That's what it was. He was gonna pull up on Akito.
No,
man.
he wasn't.
Yes, he
was. Not gonna
was.
pull up on. Look. I'll give you this. It was funny when Ritsu was in the episode. I genuinely laughed when Ritsu said, "Are you cross dressing like me?"
Yeah,
and it just brings like first it's just funny, and two it calls to attention at the fact that everybody still believes that Akito is a man. I mean, we know that Akito is a woman from season 2, and you might guess that before then, but she's been raised as a man, and everybody thinks of Akito as such. So it brings that back to reality that, oh yeah, this is a new thing for everybody. Seeing Akito in this getup is shocking towards everybody because they thought she was a man. So good scene just to bring that back, and for the comedic element of it.
Yeah, it was funny too. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. You keep going. My bad.
Well, I'll say there was a little more things in there too. I thought what was also funny was when Haru says that he loves Yuki, and then
that had me dying.
And then Yuki's like, "I appreciate it, dog, but you see, like, Rin kind of looking at me like she about to fuck me up."
Yeah, she had that aura around her, man, like she was gonna kill him. So that's mine. And then, like, I like how Haru came back over and patted her on the head. She was still looking at him. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, she had the little chibi face.
Yeah.
And then before, since we gonna keep talking about the funny moments, before then, I think we had the moment between Kyo and Kagura, and then Momiji. I feel like they set him up. Do you feel like they set him up?
Oh, definitely, man. They was like the TV show back in the day, Cheaters. They set that man up with the baits.
Yeah, I'm like, cause like, okay, Kagura coming out of nowhere, like that's typical Kagura. But then like Momiji is right there, immediately takes the picture at the right right time.
In that frame, you see Kagura like hold him and then look back at Momiji while you take the picture.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
bro, they really got it's a win-win for Kagura too, because she's like, I get the picture with Kyo and I get to frame him as a cheater. Like, okay, and then Momiji win too. You can use that as blackmail, get Toru in the back. You know what I'm saying? It ain't over. It ain't over.
Yeah, ain't the last episode yet.
That would be some scummy shit though. I wouldn't want Momiji to pull a move like that. But they had a little moment. It looked like Momiji was about to beat Kyo's ass. You see that look at him?
That look back, Kyo was a little shook too.
He was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!"
He's with that video. My fault, big homie.
Yeah, you can't
my
mush.
fault, OG.
You can't mush Momiji like you used to no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I was Momiji, I'd be getting some legs back, man. He was manhandling you.
Yeah, it ain't like how it was a season ago.
Yeah.
But going back to the whole Akito thing, we didn't really get to see Akito apologize to the Zodiacs, but it seemed like she resolved to own up to the things she did and remain ahead of the Soma family. So how do you feel about her course of actions when it comes to atoning for the things she's done in the past?
I actually like it a lot more that she couldn't apologize, because I feel like for her, she even realized that like me just saying sorry is the coward's way out. It's like it's kind of like going on deaf ears, because I can say it and I can mean it, but it's like, do I really deserve to say to these people? Do I really? Because is that going to absolve me of all my sins this season? And then I like that she was like, I caused you a lot of pain, and then she's going about things she did and talk about like how she wants to start anew and be a new person, start a new chapter for everybody in the Zodiac.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where your actions has to speak louder than your words, because with all the things that Akito has done, sorry is just, as she said that, you know, saying something like that would make it sound like she's trying to get off the hook. It's not one of those things where, like, sorry is just not going to cut it for all the things that Akito has done. Like, it's a long list of things.
Yeah.
You can even see, like, when Akito is sitting down, Rin, like, puts her head down. And, you know, like, she's the one who's suffered a lot from Akito's hands. So it seemed like she was still traumatized by her.
Kikisa was a little shocked as well, which I can understand, because Akito was really like a mad woman, taking on everybody.
Yeah, she was a kid during the time, so still is a kid. But man, okay, let's get into the Akito and Shigure stuff. And I the only one that was kind of like weirded out by, like, not the first bit of it, not when they were talking, like when Akito scratched them and all that, not that, but when Akito was talking about how she loves Shigure, and then she just
you talk about the whole part where it's like, I want to push your body to my body, my cells to your cells, bone to bone.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea, Satsuki. I was reading that. I was like, yo, what y'all talking? Like, she's like, I want to absorb him. I was like, you Majin Buu now?
That's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said. Okay, wait. I said, is she Majin Buu? What is she talking about? This is not romantic. If you would have said this to me out loud, like, I'm glad she kept this to herself, because if you would have said this to me out loud, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. Nah, you on some other shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that is crazy. But it kind of shows like she doesn't know how to love anybody. And it's funny that she has to, like, her love interest is Shigure, who is literally the most distant like person ever. Yeah. You can't tell what's on his mind. So it's like she playing like on hard mode.
And the funny thing about that is her, or Shigure, being distant might have been the thing that attracted Akito to him, because he was the one person that she felt like she had to put in extra effort to, like, rein him in, because he seemed independent, bonds or no bonds. And it's also ironic too, because I feel like Shigure would have loved Akito whether he had the bonds intact or not. Like Shigure is like the one person who, when the bonds break, we don't really like, he there's not much of an emotional response to it.
Yeah, he literally was like, "Oh, my bonds broke? I'm still gonna be me."
Yeah.
He's obstacle VP. Shigure is a funny character. He's a devious character. Man, probably one of the most complex characters in the entire show.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that. When when Akito is talking to Shigure, and he was talking about no. Here's the thing that got me. When Shigure first goes to Akito, and then he goes like, "Here's a parting gift," and then that's when Akito slapped him.
That's
Shigure,
right.
like Shigure is intelligent. We can say that he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I feel like he got to be a masochist for saying that shit.
Oh, he knew what he was doing, man. Shigure knows how to push Akito buttons the most.
That's what I feel like he wanted to get slapped, because I'm not saying Akito is like it's okay for Akito to slap Shigure because of what he said, but bruh, you go, here's a parting gift. How do you think Akito is going to interpret that? Like he goes on to say, "Oh well, yeah, I'm saying goodbye to the you that your father wanted you to be, and introducing a new Akito." I'm like, bruh, nigga, put down the poetry pen. Like, we not doing that. You understand like the mindset Akito is in, especially with you. She's going to be super emotional. So when you say here's a parting gift, the first thing she's thinking is not what you actually meant, but it's, oh, you're leaving me? Like, bruh, come on now. Akito know what he be doing, bruh. And I'm telling you, he like that shit.
Yeah, man. It's funny too. I think throughout this whole like podcast, every time something bad happened to a character, we always try to blame it on Ran. But it was always Akito every time, because it was the hair thing. It was like, oh, gotta be Ran. It probably her whole plan. Nope,
Yeah.
Akito. He got scratch on his. He got a scratch. Shigure got a scratch on his face. Probably Ran. Oop, no, Akito again. Damn.
I'm trying to think about it, but Rain doesn't have any, like, does she have any violent actions other than like her, of course, trying to kill Akito with a knife?
Hey, man, she want to cut her hair, man. Get a little fade, man. That's all she wanted, man.
I mean, she wasn't successful then, so yeah. Anytime it comes to like the physical abuse, that's probably Akito.
Yeah.
Emotional, you'll get that in the Rain, but I mean, Akito do her shit with that. Know what I'm saying? She do her thing.
Yes, sir.
She know how to push a couple of buttons.
It was also funny in that whole scene when she's talking to the Zodiac. She was like, I'm gonna decide to just stay here and live in the main house. I could just see Rand saying, wait, what you say?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I feel like that has to be addressed, because when Akito's, saying that she's going to be the head of the Somas and everything, I'm like, didn't you make a bet with your mom that suggests that you should be out of here? What's going on?
She's gonna be like, oh, that's the old Akito. The old Akito is dead. I'm a new Akito.
Oh, that was different. Nah,
Yeah.
get your ass out. Pack your bags.
Yeah,
I already
bet
told
the-
you.
Yeah, she reneging.
Yeah. Nah. I'm still. I keep saying it every podcast. I'm still waiting for Rain to say, "I told you so."
Oh, facts. I need that, man. I'm gonna need that in the gift form so I can post it everywhere I go. Cause I'm.
Yeah.
she got to get her props, man. She was right.
I don't know if we're going to get it the last episode, just because what I feel like is going to happen during the last episode is a time skip. I don't know how you think the last episode will go, but I feel like we'll probably see the characters grown up. Not everybody, because I feel like if there is a time skip, it'll probably be like 3 years or something like that, to where most of the cast we know will either be working adults or they'll be in college, and then we'll see characters like Kisa, Hiro in high school together with Megami, stuff like that. So I think that's what might happen. I mean, they could include something with Rain and Akito, but I don't know now, since it's the last episode.
Yeah, this is kind of weird because like the end of this episode was kind of like weird. I know you felt that way as well, but the end was kind of like spooky. Like it was like some more stuff going around.
Man, the last sequence of the episode was, it
Yeah.
almost got me. This season of Fruits Basket has not made me cry.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like season 1 got me the most. Like there was a lot of backstories that I was like, shoo. The Hana one, I don't think it got me, but it was close. Utani got me multiple times. That shit shot me in the heart. The Momiji one got me bad. But this season, it hasn't really had tearjerkers for me. But the stuff with Kyoko was very, very, very close. When
Yeah.
it's just the line when Kyoko says she looks around everybody's faces and she's just like, someone protect my treasure. I was like, oh. I had to kind of pause it. I was like, oh, hold up. I can't, because I'm recording for my live reaction. I'm like, hold on. You're not going to make me cry in front of hundreds of people. Nah, hold up.
Oh yeah, you know that's getting clipped, man. You know that's getting going mean.
I ain't gonna let me do me like that, man. I say, hold up, let me take a little breather. All right.
That last sequence was so sad because it's like she's not thinking about herself. She's like, oh my gosh, Toru, what's Toru gonna do? She's just a little girl. What can I do? And man, that's the worst feeling you can have when you feel like you got unfinished business, when you leaving something behind.
Yeah.
And you like, somebody please help my little girl, and that shit hurt, man. That hurt a lot.
And it's so crazy sad to think about just from Kyoko's perspective, because she didn't really have anybody she could rely on. Her family, we already know, at least like not her in-laws or anything like that, but her actual immediate family, they don't care about her. And then even with her in-laws, like the only one who cares about Toru and Kyoko is the grandfather. So that's the only person she really has to rely on that she knows of. With Kyo, she knew him as a kid, and she talked to him on multiple occasions, but this is years later, much, at least a decade, I believe. Maybe a little less than that, because a little less than that, I believe. I don't know exactly how old Kyo was when he met up with Kyoko, but Kyoko died when Toru was just going to high school, so when she was about 15. But anyways, it was years down the line, and then that's the person you had to rely on. Like, in the last time you seen him, he ran away from you and was, spewing insults at you. So that's the only person you have to rely on in this moment.
And then he did it again, and she said, it reminded me of Ed from The Alchemist when he put his finger out. Don't you? I'll never forgive you if you don't help my daughter. I will haunt you.
And that's funny too, because the ghost of Kyoko was haunting that nigga.
Yeah,
looking over his shoulder like, hey, what you doing?
Yeah, I think for my girl. Why she upset?
Kyo probably, I ain't signed up for all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that last sequence is just, oof, man, I was sad. And then too, what I thought was a good moment when Toru and Kyo are talking by her tombstone, Kyoko's tombstone. This statement doesn't apply to what has happened in Fruits Basket, but I mean, you've watched ReZero, so you've heard it before. You remember when Emilia was telling Subaru to stop saying I'm sorry and instead say thank you?
Yeah.
Like, the whole idea behind that is like saying I'm sorry, just, I don't know, it's like it's a real dismissive thing to, like, obviously you want to show the person that you feel remorse for whatever's going on, that you feel sorry for, but like saying thank you or like I'll do better or something like that shows, like, I don't know, it shows like there's going to be an action beyond just saying I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I bring that up is because that's something that Kyo said to Toru. He said thank you to Toru, and it's real reminiscent of the scene where he whispers in right after he visits Kyoko's grave, he whispers to Toru while she's sleeping, and he says I'm sorry. And then the contrast in this scene is he says thank you. So I really like that, the contrast of that scene, because if it just shows Kyo's progression over the seasons.
Yeah. I completely agree. That scene was very good for to show Kill's progression, and also goes to show like real life, where it's like sorry. I think sorry is one of those words that we say it so much it kind of loses meaning.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's always better for us to like use different words to like show that we're actively listening and like actually put some feedback to like our sincerity. Because
Yeah.
sometimes saying sorry is just like you feel like I know it's kind of getting a little deep, but it's like when we go to a funeral and people just saying sorry, you hear it so many times that it's kind of like you go numb to it.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those situations where you just have to like say thank you or use more or use something else to like describe that feeling.
Yeah, and it goes right back to the Akito thing because what she did could not be covered up with I'm sorry. So
Mm-hmm.
it's more of doing something, and I think that thank you is a test of that. And also, like getting off that point, when Kyo is talking about his future, that shows his growth as well because he's a person who was always thinking in the back of his mind, if I don't beat Yuki, I'm going to get locked up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a monster and whatnot. So he was never thinking about what he's going to do after his high school days. He pretty much thought like, shit, my life is going to be over by then. So now he's thinking about him running a dojo and Toru
Mm-hmm.
being with him. And again, that's another show of his progression because he wasn't thinking about these things before.
Yeah, it also kind of parallels Toru's whole future as well, because I think it was the episode they was talking about their career plans, and like Mayuko was telling Toru, "Hey, what you think about doing with her future?" And
Mm-hmm.
Toru was kind of like, she didn't really know herself what she wanted to do for the future.
Yeah, what Toru has expressed is just wanting to work after high school, and it's
Mm-hmm.
mainly just because she wants to provide for herself and live on her own and not be a burden to anybody else. That's where it stems from. It doesn't like stem from like Toru herself having these like a lofty ambition or anything like that. It's just that I want to work so I don't bother or distress anybody else that I'm living with. It,
And that goes back to like her whole mindset about like she wants to be someone where like you have to worry about her. Like she always putting up a brave face that you have to worry about her. Like she can worry about you, but you can't worry about her.
yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the fact that Toru said something in this episode where she said, "I can be very stubborn," and I like that too because it made me think about some other moments in the series. Like she said, when it's something important, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people can believe that Toru is a pushover, but there's been some instances where she did not budge on anything. The moment specifically in my mind I thought of when that was being said was in season 2 where Reen grabs Toru by the collar. She's like, "Yo, stop meddling. I told you this don't got nothing to do with you." And then Toru said, "No." And then Reen said, "What the hell?" Like I thought it was gonna be sweet. I thought I could just threaten
Yeah.
her and then she was gonna back down. Toru
Yeah, go
said,
the hell
"Hell
away.
nah."
It's funny because another scene I remember is like after Akito tells Toru she's like God and like there's forever bonded to me. It's like a little. I think it's like 2 episodes after that. She's like, she got a flashback of her saying it. She said,
Yeah,
"I'm still gonna break the curse."
yeah. I'm a still metal. Like
Yeah,
God herself show in your face, scratching you like she Wolverine. She said, "Hey, bruh, this don't got nothing to do with you. Get out. All right, go about your business, and you don't get hurt." Toru said, "Fuck that."
man.
We need Fruits Basket of Bridge, man. Get
Oh
these
man,
get these
that would be
thoughts off
great.
what they really feel.
Yeah.
Oh man. Uh, let me read some of the comments. QRW6 says Shigure and Akito's relationship is the most toxic. Absolutely. Those two are not relationship goals as much as they try to present it in a romantic fashion. That you don't
Oh,
want a relationship like those two.
yeah. It's funny because Shigeru he has all the power in that relationship too, and he knows it, and he plays with it too.
Yeah. It's it's just like the one thing that got me was when he says that Akito, like the closer he tries to get, Akito goes to other men, and whatnot. And then Akito was like, well, you did that too. And then he's like, well, I'm selfish and childish. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like, you cheat on me, I'm gonna one up you, and I'm gonna fuck your mama. Like, what? Nah, these two, that is nah. Do not model your relationship after Akito and Shigure. If you go on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and then you put hashtag Shigure Akito relationship goals, something up with that.
I don't know, they're actually kind of spicy though. A little spice in the relationship, man. Oh man, everything's different.
Unless you got like a whole bunch of bandages and like a therapist on standby, I don't think you want a relationship like those two. That is not it. QRW6 said, I love the Ritsu praise.
Yes, sir.
Perry got you covered on that. Yandere Shiki said Shigure is edgelord of the season. I don't think of him as an edgelord. I just think of him sit back in the cut, let things play out, do things here and there, get the results you want.
Never get his hand caught in a cookie jar, always letting other people do it for him.
Yep. Taiwan Link said, if Shigure didn't get Akito though, it'll be sad though, since he did everything for Akito only for it to go to waste. Yeah, it would be sad on that front. And it's sad too, because he's like, I wanted you to come to me, but Akito's like, nah, I got things to do here.
Mm-hmm. It would be sad, but I like it would be like a good lesson, because it's kind of like you can't manipulate people to change, and I feel like in this relationship, Shigure does a lot for the betterment for Akito, but he also does it to hurt her as well. Like he's very like, love you one minute, hate you the next.
Yeah, but on this end, he has to compromise with Akito's wishes, because if he wants to stay together with her, he also has to live in a Soma state, since she said that I want to be the head and I want to change things on this end. So things didn't go exactly as planned.
Oh no! I feel like he gonna have rain on the speed dial. Hey yo, you know that bet I had? Yo, she's telling me that she's staying. Oh, she doing what?
He wasn't even there though. He wasn't even there when she said all that.
Like, he was like, "Where your bags ain't packed? I'm staying here." Oh, you are?
Oh god.
Hey yo, get out of here.
That would be a Shigure thing to do. He like, bro, all right, if you ain't gonna leave yourself, I got somebody to kick you out.
He gonna be outside on a payphone with a voice changer. Hey yo, man, I heard she lost the bed, man. You better handle it. You gonna let her fuck you out like that? You won the bet. Go ahead, get your prize.
I'm telling you, man, I'm waiting for that rain stuff. I'm waiting.
I hope we get it. If we don't get it, I'll be kind of disappointed, because I just want to see just the joy of her winning.
I want to see that, and I want to see what she does after.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what Rain, like, when she wins that, then what? Like, are you physically going to, like, make sure Akito gets out? Because, like, even though they made that bet, I feel like Akito would honor it just because of how much she's changed, but she doesn't have to. She's still the head of the Soma, so if she wanted to, she could be like, yo, I made that bet, but I ain't leaving. What is Rain going to do then?
Hey, she's gonna treat it like Phil did Jazz and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Just so out.
Okay. Do I need to remind you of episode 1 of Fruits Basket, the final?
Oh, hey, she was caught off guard. She didn't expect that. She's like, this kind of strong.
I'm not picking Rain over Akito in the fist fight. Fuck that.
Hey, man.
Akito is different.
Oh, yeah, she is, man. She hit 2 panels, threw in the air, did a 360 suplex.
hold on, man. She might have lost her strength, though. She ain't no god anymore.
Oh, true.
Hold on,
she might be a regular girl now.
Yeah. And Rain is bigger than her, so she lost that.
Rain looking for revenge. She's like,
he ain't no god no more.
Yo,
shit.
Can you imagine like Haru's reaction? Hey, he was a girl. I was finna lay you the outfit. He was like, nigga's a nigga.
Nah, it'd be funny. Haru was like, I still would have did it though. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I feel like Haru would have still like Haru. Nah, Dark Haru.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't. He would not have cared.
No.
Yeah, it'd be funny to everybody like, man, I bullied by this little girl. she's so tiny. I'm like, after they lose the curse, she's not got no one. Like, oh my god, she's so tiny.
Yeah.
Like, I was getting beat by this. Shit.
Yeah, you seen how Momiji was looking at Akito after his curse broke. He's like, yo, she looks kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
It's like this wool is over, is lifted from your eyes.
It's like the Joey to me. I'm tricking y'all.
Oh, I trick y'all, man. QRW6 said Shigure is still my MVP of the season. That's a good question. I think that's something I'll probably ask once we get to the last episode. Like, who do you think shined the most this season? I won't answer that now, but be on the lookout for that next time.
Yes, sir.
QRW6 said, I love Kyo is thinking of his future. I do as well. Yandere Shiki said, the last few minutes are from the manga. And the QRW6 comes back and says Kyo is following his father's footsteps. Rin kept her head down during the entire time Akito was talking. She wasn't having it. For sure.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
And then Francesca said, Dark Haru said equal rights, equal fights, for sure. Haru,
facts, man.
Dark Haru's not someone you want to mess with. I feel like he'll attack anybody indiscriminately. No matter if you a man, woman, baby, old man, you won't get hurt.
It wasn't even an attack. He said, he said, don't come after me. I'll kill you. Then I kill myself. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, they was going off.
Talk to her.
That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Is there anything you wanted to add?
No, not really. Well, there's a few moments between like Ayame and Kyo. He was like, "Oh, you ruffian! I know you haven't been in the state." They have you died as well.
Ayame is just funny. Like Ayame is low key an asshole. Like the way he talks to people. Like we talked about it before. Like how he talked to Toru and was like calling her a maid, basically. But he gets away with it because that's just his personality. He's like, oh shit, that's just Akito. But he's low-key an asshole.
He's so full of himself too. He said, "Decent. I know you're probably nervous about walking around here, but don't worry. As long as you tell me you with me, you'll be okay."
He has like so much confidence that you can't help but laugh at it. Like it just makes it funny. Because he don't be malicious with it, but if you actually take his words and then you just take the context out of it of who is actually saying it. You like, yo, this dude is like, yo, like you gonna let him talk to you like that? Like, yeah, that's a Yame. Shit, what you want me to do? But I covered most of the things I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah, there's some more comments though coming in. They go through those.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yandere Shiki said, "Ain't Dark Haru part of the curse?" No.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure he's not. Yeah. Because I think it was episode when we talked about his flashback. He was always kind of like that aggressive kid. And then I think meeting Yuki, he kind of like calmed down a little bit. So Dark Haru was actually his real personality.
Yeah. I think it could stem from I guess it kind of stems from him being the ox, feeling cheated by the rat. But we've seen the Dark Haru thing apply to not just Yuki or anybody like that. So I think that's just a part of his character.
Yeah. Francesca White says, Dark Haru is a menace. Remember when he grabbed Toru in the classroom and threatened to reveal their secret because Rin broke up with him? Yeah. I would too, man. You was a baddie like Rin?
Oh my God.
I'm ready to risk it all, man.
Oh, he was breaking windows. He just doing random shit. Like,
and it was funny,
got nothing to do with this.
Momiji was so cool with it. He was like, "Oh yeah, and how are we going crazy in the room?" Like, wait, first.
Yeah, he was bullshitting around. He's like, he was just saying random shit, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, Haru also fucking up the whole class."
Yeah.
The Black Phantom Thief. Shout out to that name. Doesn't that come from Persona?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool shit. Said, bro, when Yuki told Machi to say his name, oh man, he was on this Walter White.
Yes, sir. He licked his fingers, his what's got eyebrows?
Yeah. Oh nah.
That blue face.
Nah, he definitely had his game though. Gotta acknowledge that.
Hey man, Yuki got his groove back.
QRW6 said I think he meant Kagura and Momiji are in the reject squad. They are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, man, they don't lose this club, man.
Listen though, Momiji's still in high school, and there's a girl who I think is single right now. That I have dubbed, or I have crowned as being worthy of my son Momiji. Her name is Kimi Toto. So,
Kimmy.
hey, listen, hey, go Momiji, do your thing, man. You still, hey, she sort of looks like Toru a little bit if you squint your eyes. Go ahead and get
Uh,
Kimmy.
that would be a interesting relationship, man. Interesting
I,
relationship.
on the side of Kimi, I mean, she wanted to hook up with Yuki. She wants to hook up with somebody with money. Momiji got the money, and he playing the violin, so he gonna be somebody. So hey, she already got that going for him, for herself. If she gets with Momiji, you gonna be set. You get with Momiji, you don't got to worry about money. Go ahead and do that thing, man.
I would love to see Kimmy in a relationship just to see how would she act. Because I feel like we get the goofiness of Kimmy, but I want to see how she act in a real relationship. Like I want to see her like a little like bluster or something else. Because she's always cool and calm and playful. I want to see a little flustered.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you think she would lose that flirtatious side of her personality if she was in a relationship?
I feel like it'll tone down, but I don't think she'll lose it completely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she might dial back into like get into some things that she says just because she's like, oh, I have a boyfriend though. But I mean, Kakeru still acts the same regardless of him having a girlfriend or not, which we haven't seen in the show. So
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that was cut.
Yeah, he was teased he had a girlfriend and everything.
Yeah, but
she go to different school, right? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Was that said? I don't know. Francesca would know.
Yeah, Francesco or Kako would know. The fruit basket hit honchos.
Do you got somebody to link up with Kagura though? Any ideas?
How was Kagura?
Kagura,
Like she started high school college, right?
She's 2 years older than Yuki and Kyo. So Francesca, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but she's 2 years older than those two, right? If so, she would be. If they are 17 now, then she would be 19, 19 to 20. I think that's her age range.
I don't know.
I think she's a year older than Reen.
I thought she was younger than Reen.
I think she's older.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Again, I gotta talk to the guru.
Oh yeah. I got to pay my respects.
Yeah.
Like a mob boss, man.
Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
Yeah. Get that through school, they cut from the anime though. I really want to read Fruit Basket manga because I feel like a lot of stuff like a minor stuff getting cut up, but it feels like it's so many minor stuff getting cut that I kind of want to experience this as well.
Yeah, I mean I get it being 13 episodes. We already talked about this, but I think they did well for what they adapted. But just being a big fan of Fruits Basket, you want to see these stories play out. Like even if it doesn't have anything to do with the main plot or anything like that. So I still want to experience these things, their stories.
Yeah, because I feel like as a manga reader, you probably like I feel like us as anime onlys, we notice it a little bit just because like how it feels. But I feel like for a manga reader, they're like, man, they're cutting a lot of stuff out. And then people still enjoy, even though people are still enjoying it. It's like one of the things where like what should be there, but it's not there. You kind of like, about it.
Yeah, but I feel like even the manga readers have been satisfied with Fruits Basket. I don't know how they feel in comparison for this season to other seasons, but I think they did a good job, even in the face of manga readers. So I don't think that's something we have to worry about. The score of the show speaks for itself. I think the last time I checked, I think you posted it too. Like it was 6th or something on my anime list.
Yes, sir. Fruit Basket, my anime list score is top 6 all-time anime. Man, we moving up. I need everybody in this chat to go to your my anime list. We get into number 1. We gotta pass Brotherhood. I'm tired of that one arm man and that suit of armor being number 1 for years. A new king should be here.
Oh, hold up, Perry. You know what
Oh,
just happened?
what?
Fruits Basket has passed Hunter x Hunter to be in the top 5.
Oh, it did? Oh, wow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
It has surpassed Hunter x Hunter.
Because I know the four is like I think the tech is like Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan. I think three is Gintama. I think what's three?
3, hold on. 3 is Stein. Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, and then Steins Gate. 4 is Gintama.
Oh, hold on now. The one to pass Gintama though. Oh,
It's only 2 points away.
ah man, it's so, like the top six are so close to each other too.
Telling you, man, let that last episode be an absolute banger. That shit is
Oh
going to
yeah,
pass it, I think.
yeah. Cause this season is so good, man, and it's good for 13 episodes too. Like that's what's crazy about it.
Yeah. I still think like if I were to just like give like my opinion on it, I still think Full Metal Alchemist being where it's at is the most impressive, just because I said it before, but as you progress with seasons, when you go from season 1 to season 2 to season 3,
Mm-hmm.
the scores get better because the people watching those seasons are going to be bigger fans of the series. Like people might watch the whole thing of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, watch 64 episodes, but they won't be as like they won't be as attached to it as someone who's watching season 2 of Fruits Basket. Because if you're watching season 2, presumably you enjoy season 1, and then the further you get with seasons, like you can kind of see it, the score trending upwards, unless something catastrophic happens. Example: Tokyo Ghoul, The Promised Neverland, something like that. Usually, as the seasons go along, the score gets higher and higher and higher. But that's not to like dismiss what Fruits Basket has done, because I still think it's worthy of that rating.
Yeah, this is a damn good series. I think everybody should watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Francesca said, yeah, Kagura is 2 years older than the main trio. Rin is a year younger than Kagura. Also, I remember at the beginning of the series, I thought it'd be interesting if Yuki and Kagura got together. Never thought about that.
I kind of thought about that too, because like if they was gonna push the whole because I think it was episode where like I think it was episode where Kyo transformed and then like Kagura and Yuki kind of like had a talk. I think they had a talk. Or are you imagining that?
How did they transform? I don't know. Cause Kagura kind of like disappeared in the night the next day, and then Yuki was like looking from his window. So I don't know.
Probably didn't have by bring that up, but I could have seen that relationship because I kind of like relationships when it's like two opposite people, and if like Kagura is so like dynamic and simultaneous, it would work with like Yuki.
You think Kagura will still beat Yuki's ass?
Come on now, you know who Yuki is, man. He's a reigning 2-time champion of the world, man. Rat game, you know how it is. Big RAT.
He do got them bob and weaver skills. We seen in like episode 2 or 1 where like the girl tried to hug him and he would hit her with the Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah, hit him with the Derrick Henry stiff arm.
Oh yeah, knocked the ass on the back. Don't touch
did
me.
He tap dance away? Zippy tone away.
Yeah. So I can see that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Sadari said Fruits Basket top 2 right now for me. Chibiologist said not Gintama. Oof. God damn. Okay. QRW6 said way to go Fruits Basket. And then Francesco said yeah, Kagura and Yuki had a talk, and that's why I thought they might be good together.
Yes, sir.
Yandere Shiki off the top rope said I hate Kagura.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Kagura hate just the whole like hate about like characters like those who hits a character and abuse them. What is that?
It's the archetype, the aspect of her character I never enjoyed.
Okay.
It was like I definitely didn't really like her in season 1. Season 2, the episode episode 11 of season
Mhm.
2 is where we got more of like her true thoughts to everything, because the thing about the whole hidden kill thing is they try to play it as a joke, and I think that's also why it doesn't work for me, because it's just not funny to me. So like
Mhm.
those scenes fall flat, and then the thing is they make that too much of her character. But once you actually get to see who she was and who she is in episode 11 season 2, that's when it's like, okay, this is cool. Like this is actual characterization for her. So and then she started to calm down after that as well. So I could understand like hating Kagura or disliking her
Yeah, I can
early
see that.
on, but for me, she was somebody I warmed up to season 2 and throughout. But
Mm.
I think that's everything to say about the episode. I also want to get out here just so I can watch the game, man. Playoffs been beating my ass, killing
Oh
my
yeah.
productivity.
Hey, I can't wait for that. Yep. Suns versus Clippers. Game 2. No Chris Paul, no Kawhi. Who will win? Take the lead.
Yeah, should be a good one. But appreciate everybody who showed up. Stony, Zedarius, Francesca, Fruits Basket Guru, you know what I'm saying? Yandere Shiki, EA, Light Ruler, Taiwan Link. What am I missing?
I think you say QRW6. I can't remember.
Shit, if I didn't, I'll say it again. QRW6, the man himself. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? The Black Phantom Thief, Chibiologist. I think I got everybody.
Did you say Taiwan Link? I think
Yeah,
you did.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
them.
yeah. Okay.
Oh no! Oh shit! I didn't even see Ryzen. When did Ryzen get in here?
Rise
Ryzen,
on.
yeah, Ryzen Sun review said hi. Satsuki C says hi and that he loves Yuki. I did not see Ryzen at all.
Oh, okay. I seen that earlier, but I completely like went over my head.
I
Yeah,
swear I never saw that. I
yeah,
know he's probably not here now, but appreciate that, Ryzen.
yeah. Tell C we said hello.
Yeah. But again, appreciate you guys showing up. That is it for episode 12 of Fruits Basket. One more episode, and we may have guests for the next one. Either we'll have guests for the next episode, the last episode, or we'll do like some big thing where we talk about Fruits Basket as a whole. I'm still
Cool.
debating with myself on what to do with that, but you'll find out in the coming days. But take care, guys. We are out.
Peace.